Today on Monkey Life. Overweight orangutan Oisin's long journey home hits some unexpected problems.
Without a clearance certificate, Oisin can't get on that 20-past-8 flight.
Over at Paddy's enclosure, cheeky son Bart is finding his own transportation. And Amy's Capuchins get to grips with some frozen fruit. This is Monkey World in Dorset. Founded in 1987, it's become the largest sanctuary of its kind. Dr. Alison Cronin heads up the team who rescue and rehabilitate primates from all over the world.
You're not gonna let me go! Are you not gonna let me go?
It's now home to more than 240 monkeys and apes from 16 different species. Some of the most popular primates in the park are the orangutans. There are 3 different groups at Monkey World. 2 adult groups, led by Gordon, Antoine, and the nursery group, overseen by foster mum Armée. Today, it's playtime. Armée has been here since 2004 and discovered her natural place was with the young ones. In the wild, orangutans tend to be solitary, but babies can stay with their mothers for up to 7 years, and Armée is a fantastic mum to all the young ones, teaching them all they need to know. She's the boss and the only adult in the group, but not for much longer. Oisin, a 13-year-old orangutan living near Johannesburg, is about to join Armée and the others at Monkey World. She lives with Brenda, who adores Oisin, but has treated her like a child and given her everything she wants. With very little exercise and far too much food, Oisin has developed a serious weight problem. Now Oisin is reaching adulthood, Brenda has decided it's time to let go.
Although it's killing me, but I have to think of her and to stop being selfish.
Alison and her team are in South Africa to collect Oisin.
Hey, you missed
Oisin is very overweight. She's put on way too much weight, and that is a medical issue for an orangutan. She can have diabetes, high blood pressure, all of those things, because they suffer from all of the same medical conditions that human beings do.
Oisin's weight is potentially hazardous on such a long trip, and the team are reluctant to tranquilise her for the flight. Animal director Jeremy spent days bonding with Oisin to encourage her into the crate on her own. Luckily, his hard work paid off. Now, the journey begins.
Mummy's here, darling.
Today is a very difficult day for Brenda and her family. But Russell, Brenda's son, feels it's the right decision.
She deserves to be with her own kind, to start her own family. She's always broody. You know, children come along and she grabs them and mothers them, and I know she's really going to be upset, but it's for the good of Oisin.
13 years is a long time. But as long as she's happy, that's the main thing.
Alison grabs some vital supplies for Oisin.
Dehydration on such a long flight is the big issue. Quite frankly, Oisin needn't eat for days, but she must drink. We've really done everything we can for Oisin to make her journey as smooth as possible.
She's even got a little dinner plate.
She likes her dinner plates.
No, you're going to go for a drive.
The team are off on the first part of a mammoth 27-hour journey from Johannesburg to Monkey World. Before the long flight, the team stop for a quick bite to eat.
large chips for Oisin.
Look, here's Jeremy, darling. Look.
Even at the drive-through, Oisin is the centre of attention. But so far, she seems to be taking everything in her stride.
No, she seems to be quite happy on the journey. She's eating, drinking. She's fine. You're a mess. I'm a mess. She's fine.
Blow, darling, blow.
Of course, when there's food around, Oisin refuses to miss out.
Blow. You don't have to blow.
She wants the good stuff.
Sorry, she wants
No,
the
she
burger.
wants all of it. Okay. I will surrender my burger. For this trip, no problem. We'll make her happy. It's Diet Coke, that one.
It's the last time Oisin will be eating fast food. When she gets to the park, she'll be on a strict health kick. Because it's nothing but fresh fruit and veg all round for the residents of Monkey World. Over at the Capuchin enclosure, Amy and her gang are in for a treat.
This morning we're down at the female Capuchins. We're about to give Amy's group, Capuchins, some frozen fruit today. It's quite a nice hot day, so it'd be really nice for them. There's a lot of younger ones in here. They're quite curious with new things, so it'll be a good challenge for them as well.
So, how on earth will they crack open the frozen fruit? Well, Capuchins usually find a way. Fiona's straight in there with a frozen apple and some impressive banging action. Elvira goes for the orange. Oh, and clever Fiona's bashing it against the post, hoping the metal bolt will crack it open quicker. And Emily's seeing if gravity will do the job for her. The pineapple completely stumps Frida and Marcy. Fiona looks like she's enjoying the orange, but clever Elisa comes at it from a different angle. Cara's got a strawberry and just can't contain her excitement. In their natural habitat, Capuchins are incredibly inquisitive and use their intelligence to work out how to get into the most fiddly of food sources. They use a variety of techniques: bashing, cracking or smashing, until they succeed. In the wild, they use large rocks as anvils and will even think ahead and carry rocks to these anvils to crack open their lunch. This frozen fruit both cools them down and encourages natural behaviour, just like they'd be doing in the wild. And top marks for perseverance, Emily. She tries the apple on the banana, the apple on the log, the apple on the rock, and the rock on the apple, and cleverly decides to let it thaw for a while. Over in South Africa, the team from Monkey World and overweight orangutan Oisin are arriving at the airport ready to board the flight to the UK.
There are some procedures for an animal coming into UK. Rabies quarantine. This shows that she's got all of the official documents to be moved to UK. So just the final bits and pieces, really.
She's getting a little bit agitated, but I think she'll have a good trip because I think she's going to sleep all the way because she's tired. It's just that she doesn't know what's going on now. Hi.
This is the cargo handling agent, so she will babysit Oisin's papers through the customs to leave South Africa, dotting all of those I's and crossing all of those T's, and this is the final bit of paperwork to get her on the plane.
But it seems there is a problem.
I don't have the customs to leave. I have to put everything in the system.
Well, let's go to customs now before there's no one there.
They've just found out they need to go to customs. But that might not be easy.
The customs office closes in 15 minutes. 4:30, they say.
Got it to 5.
All right. 15 minutes ago.
Basically what's happened is we're supposed to get a customs clearance certificate to release the cargo, being Oisin. Customs closed 20 minutes ago. Our agent didn't inform us that we needed to be here prior to customs closing. We thought we had the documentation. And without a clearance certificate, Oisin can't get on that 8:20 flight. So Alison's gone through to try to resolve that.
This is not good news. Oisin's health is a major concern on this trip. If she gets stressed or has to wait too long, this may have serious implications on her ability to travel.
let's just hope we can sort it. I'm sure someone's going to come to the realization it's live cargo, so someone's going to have to do something.
Alison and Jeremy are on the way back from South Africa with orangutan O'Sheen. This 6,000-mile journey from Johannesburg to Monkey World is potentially dangerous because she's so overweight. The team are anxious to get her on the plane as soon as possible, but they've hit a problem. A form needs to be signed by customs before O'Sheen can leave the country.
My heart's pounding. It's coming to the end of the day now, and everybody in the customs office leaves early at the end of the day, and the agents that we had said, that's okay, maybe we go tomorrow. No, we can't go tomorrow.
It's an anxious wait as Alison pleads with the customs team. But with minutes to spare, customs find an official who agrees to process the forms.
That was close. That was really close.
Now she's clear to fly, it's time to weigh O'Sheen. Just how much extra will she add to the 300-kilo crate?
O'Sheen weighs about 100 kilos. Well, I estimated at 80, so I was the highest bidder, and I'm still under. Yeah.
100 kilos is more than twice the average weight of a female orangutan. Like very overweight humans, it's potentially dangerous for her to fly. But wildlife vet John is happy with how well O'Sheen is handling the journey so far.
She hasn't been tranquilizing. She's relatively calm, as much as she can be, given all the changing circumstances around her. But no, this is very good.
She's going to be ready for sleep just at the right moment.
I just wish, I always say this, every time we do this, I wish I could explain it to her. No problem, have a nice sleep, we'll see you tomorrow morning.
For Brenda, this is goodbye.
I'll be fine. Oh, it's just for 30 years. And now she's going. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life.
All the team can do now is get on the flight, knowing that they've done everything they can to ensure O'Sheen is ready for her journey. It'll be an anxious 11 hours until they land at Heathrow. O'Sheen's not the only one with cabin fever.
Hanania's group are inside at the moment, and that's because we're doing some very important work in the outside enclosure. We're actually replacing the overhang, and it's something that we've wanted to do for a while. They've been inside now 2 weeks, and it's likely that it might be another 2 weeks before they can go back out.
Hanania's group can usually be found playing in a large 2-acre enclosure full of exciting slides and a climbing frame. Perfect for a group of rowdy teenagers to let off steam and keep them busy. So how do you keep 18 young, excitable, energetic chimps entertained for 3 weeks?
Keep things moving, keep things interested. You obviously don't want big conflicts because there's not as much room for the lower ranking animals to get out of the way. So that's been the big challenge.
Luckily, the care staff know exactly what makes Hanania's group tick.
They really enjoy the outside enclosure, but they're also a group that are very responsive to staff, so we give them lots more one-to-one time, and Simon's having lots of one-to-one training sessions, having his teeth brushed, which he loves. You know, we're just upping all those kind of activities, and at the moment, you know, there's been no problems, and they've been really good.
While one chimp group are stuck inside, over at Paddy's enclosure, baby Bart is making the most of the great outdoors. Bart is now 3 years old, so his white tuft that all baby chimps have from birth has nearly gone. He won't have much longer to twist everyone round his little finger, but today he's taking full advantage of being the youngest in the group by using their 2-acre enclosure to hitch lifts off anyone who'll oblige. First, a piggyback from Mum Susie. Next, even Bixer, one of the dominant females, is happy to give him a ride. Dad Paddy, who as the alpha male should be a tough, hard guy, shows that when it comes to son Bart, even he can be a bit of a softie. Not everyone is prepared to indulge him. Bart seeks out Sister Eddie. But Eddie's found some food and is definitely not playing. Bart gives up on Eddie, and when the rain starts to fall, he heads for Auntie Cindy. And of course, everyone likes a bit of a cuddle. Alison and her team have safely landed at Heathrow and are anxiously waiting to see how Oisin is after her 11-hour journey.
Fantastic flight, really smooth and lovely the whole way. It's now early morning. Just can't wait to see her. I see the animal reception van over there waiting to take her off. She'll be one of the first people off. Probably make it back over to the airport before we do, so really exciting. It was a good flight. She seemed really calm, so I'm hoping that everything's just perfect. So, a bit emotional.
As soon as they can, Alison and Jeremy check on their precious cargo.
Hello, missus. Hey, there's a hand poking out. You want to come say hi, Jeremy? Just giving her my packet of nuts from the flight. Good girl. She's good. She's looking a little bit tired and, you know, a bit of wood wool in her hair, but quite frankly, I'm feeling the same, so, but no, she's up and alert and she looks brilliant.
Alison makes a quick call to the team at Monkey World, who are anxiously waiting for news.
Yeah, she's perfect. Actually, we just opened the little sliding hatch and the hand came out for my bag of peanuts. So they're just unloading her at the quarantine center right now.
So Alison heads back to Dorset. Meanwhile, at Heathrow, not everything is peaceful in the quiet room.
Somebody in their wisdom decided to put Oisin in the quiet room. Well, obviously that wasn't the place for Oisin, so she's moved herself. We pulled her back a couple of times, but now we're just letting her go for a walk around the establishment, so she's ready to go home. In fact, she's going to take herself home. She's also testing my welding.
Yet again, there's a hold-up with the paperwork, so Jeremy and Oisin might be stuck there for a while.
There's always some bureaucracy that basically the only thing that holds things up.
And the wait goes on, and on, and on. But luckily, Jeremy has a few tricks up his sleeve to keep Oisin entertained.
All the dogs in this place have toys. We've raided all those. Yeah, just feed me with Tic Tacs. Well, I'll lay back here like Caligula. She's read the paper. Here you go, puppet. Here you go, you'll read that. She's read about 3 magazines now. Oh yeah, we've got, just looking at the properties here. She can't find a pen, so she can't do the crossword.
After 2 papers, 3 magazines, and many hours of waiting, it's finally time to get Oisin ready for the last leg of her journey to Monkey World. And it takes every member of staff available to move 100 kilo Oisin and her 300 kilo box onto the forklift truck. As they start their journey, Alison is busy getting everything ready for Oisin's arrival at Monkey World.
We're all lined up. We've got everything taped off for you. George just sat at the fork truck. It's looking good in the bedrooms.
And the orangutans know there's something in the air.
Ame's shaking her head. She knows something's up. The little ones are all lined up on the fence looking over. They're just around the corner now, so we're just waiting for them to roll in, and it's the final leg.
The team use a specially adapted forklift to lift Oisin and the crate into the doorway of her new home. The staff are standing by to meet the infamous orangutan. Jeremy and Oisin have well and truly bonded, so to reassure her, he goes into her new home first.
All right, here she comes.
Hello, darling. How you doing? Come on. Come on, darling. Come on.
After 27 hours of travelling, Oisin is at last in her new home.
You've done it?
She seems to like her new bedroom and has a good look around. For now, she'll live on her own until the team decides she's ready to join Ame and the nursery group.
She just eyeballed Ame across the way, so already her interest is constant. I know, I'm not going to open that for you. No, sorry, missus. I know. No. She's also working her way around testing every bolt. There you go, that's her sort of letting them know that she's here. Ame's down there looking at her. I'm impressed that Ame's not calling back or issuing her own threats, because after all, this is Ame's house.
This is the first time in her life that Oisin has met other orangutans.
We'll see if we can do a meeting with Ame and Jeremy gets to supervise the handbags at dawn. I don't fancy that job myself.
Next time on Monkey Life, Oisin keeps the staff on their toes with her DIY skills.
She started dismantling the enclosure.
And there's some exciting news for Paquita in the woolly monkey house.
She's suddenly put on a good 2 kilos, and it just suggests that there's something going on there.